Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new Big Cherry Retro React here on
The ankle.
Hey Ember.
I hate you like I'm young.
Cartman, you ate the skin off of every piece of chicken!
The ankle's a little mean.
He looks like a fat Pauly Shore.
Yo, I never f***ed Wayne. I never f***ed on my life, man. For sake, if I did, I'd menage with him and let him eat my ass like a cupcake.
So, good day, you guys. Now, I'm gonna give like a little disclaimer. I do apologize if you can hear fans, AC, all that in the background. It's on full blast today, okay? I hope everyone's taking care of themselves, staying cool, staying hydrated, hoping, I did do like a audio test to see if it would pick up after I do my usual editing and whatnot, and I didn't hear anything, but it might come in and out. But thank you so much for tuning on in, you guys. I truly do appreciate y'all, and I hope everyone's having a lovely Wednesday. Happy Tuesday to members. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, like and subscribe. This heat just has me. Hate it. I hate it, you guys. So I'm glad at least a little bit that we won't be having to pay too much attention to Amber today. Because, oh my god, in this heat, I can't deal with her. But y'all also requested to do the Destiny tea spill after we got through the relationship, and this is basically Destiny recapping most of 2016. This is from Irked Content, so everyone check them out. I mean, they're popping over there. But we're going to be checking out its part of like a duo video / live stream thing that Destiny was doing back even before she joined up with Beck and they did more stuff. So yeah, I mean, there was some stuff mixed up with the Beck stuff, like those text messages back and forth when Amber was demanding to go to Target and the movies, all this and that. We saw that in the videos. So, who knows, really? But we'll just kind of recap stuff as we get to it, right? That seems smart. Smart. But yeah, thank you so much once again, guys. Everyone's having a great day, as always. And with that, let's just dive right on in. I don't foresee this being a super long one. I really don't. We're just gonna kind of have our laughs and all of that. I don't think today's gonna be too heated of a day. You know what I mean?
Chamberlain did have a very bad attitude.
Yeah. I feel like that's an understatement, but hold
on. Just with anything, like if she wasn't kind of getting her way, if it just wasn't going the way she wanted to do it, like this was as long as I've known her, not just when we were together.
Well, that's as long as we've known Amber too. I feel like this word has different connotations now, but she is very much just a brat.
After, so this is also around the time our boss got a letter from a subscriber about Amber Lynn vlogging at work.
That's crazy.
Which,
like, to be fair, yeah, she shouldn't have been filming all the damn time.
She did laugh. She thought it was hilarious. She didn't know that we had been doing YouTube or that Amber Lynn had been doing it.
But she still brought it to y'all's attention, so
it cracked her up. She just said sometimes people have nothing better to do with their life and probably just wanted to see the reaction out of it. So this is also around the time that...
I don't know. That feels very funny to be like... I don't know. I wouldn't expect some random person that works in a retirement home or as a manager at a retirement home to be that kind of like internet ready. Like, that's internet savviness, and she just instantly goes into like, I bet they just want it for the reaction.
Some subscribers started getting kind of creepy, started trying to figure out like exactly where we live, stuff like that.
Yeah, that is weird.
She started talking about her boot bones. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. I don't know. It's said so many different ways. So
I hear you there, Destiny. Some days it's mukbang, other days it's mukbang. It's Kind of whichever way the wind blows me. Pause.
I guess we
It's the heat. I'm exhausted.
read you guys the email from the subscriber that was sent to our boss. Let's see.
Okay.
Amberland had talked about her younger brother, about when she saved him when he was getting choked. That really did happen. I don't know if there was like...
Well, see, here's the thing. I have a slight issue with Destiny saying that really did happen. You don't know that. You were not there. And as far as we know, there's no record to say, like, yes, little baby Amberlynn was the one to save the child. Which, mind you, someone linked this up recently, and I was like, damn, wait, hold on. Amber said that the first animal that she ever felt physical love for, her exact phrasing, by the way, was this dog that she had when her family lived on a farm, of all places. And she said that her mom got rid of the dog once her brother was born. I don't know. Could she had tried to get revenge on the baby brother for the dog being taken away? Who knows?
Conspiracy on that, but that did happen.
You can't say that, though. All you can really say is Amber did tell me about that.
Amberlynn really did go to college when she lived in Arizona. I'm not going to get too much into detail with it, but she did have student loans.
The only reason I believe this is because, well, now we know that it was like a for-profit, real scammer college. But also, she was having her wages garnered by them. That's terrible. I also think medical debt probably would do that.
When she started working with me, about 2 or 3 months after she started working, they started to garnish her wages for it. So she ended up calling them and setting up a payment plan with them. I think this is...
See, that's the only reason why I believe, actually. Although, to be fair, for a completely for-profit college, I bet the margins for, like, acceptance and whatnot are not very slim. They probably will let anyone in there as long as you want to spend your money. So, I don't know. Could she have slipped on through without getting her diploma or GED? It's a diploma, right?
Amberlynn had talked about, I think someone asked her about who she would want to propose, like if she wanted to or if I wanted to, and she was saying, hopefully I don't want to. I never proposed to her because we literally fought so much. And I wasn't sure if we would ever truly be happy together, like, because there was just so much.
So basically, from the get-go, dog, Destiny seemed to realize pretty quickly, like, oh fuck, what did I get myself into?
Fighting and tension, obviously off camera. We have good times, but the bad times were starting to outweigh the good times.
Outweigh.
I said, I swear we went to Walmart more, or we spent more time at Walmart than we spent at home.
Which is so sad, because they had animals. Plenty.
This is also when she started making her soup chili, everything in the pot goulash stuff.
Ew.
I did not ever really try these. That was gross.
Destiny said it smells really good.
Evelyn talked about being nervous about living with my mom because she liked living on her own, didn't want to be under someone else's rules, wanted to do what she wanted to do. That comes to...
Well, that's an issue. Yeah. Because the way Amber wants to live is deplorable.
At one point.
Like, I understand fully the incentive and motive, all that, blah, 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 blah. But we have to remember who we're talking about here. Amber wanted to just neglect everything, including the person she was in a relationship with, including the lives she was in, like, supposed to be taking care of, the pets. So, no, deplorable.
And then another thing with being at my mom had it wasn't a clawfoot bathtub, but it wasn't like a normal bathtub. I don't know how to explain it. You see it in the videos a lot.
I feel like everyone here watching this has seen this, knows all about this 1,000 times. We're just going over it, you know? If you don't, you're in for a real treat.
Amberlynn did not shower the whole time we were at my mom's.
Girl, yeah, it was obvious. It was obvious. You could see the filth, grime, and stank on that girl. Stank! With a capital K. Y'all, this is me live finding out that Foodie Booty got kicked out of her apartment. Holy shit. Is it going to be like a homeless arc, or no, it's just carbeezing? Because she's not allowed to do content whenever she lives with like family and whatnot. Dude, what happened to the cat then? What the fuck? We'll catch up.
She did not like the bathtub. She refused to even try to get in. I think she was having a hard time getting her leg over it. It was the thing, it was pretty high sides.
I mean, I hear that. Girl, just take a hose to her outside or something then. But like, I really don't think she wanted to. That's the thing. I don't think she cared to at all. If she wanted to make it happen, she would have. Get a gym membership and go use their showers. Because most of the time, they're kind of like stall showers. More what Amber needed.
And she just basically, whore bathed.
Ugh. Ugh. But when you're that big, like, every roll, dude, oh my god.
She just, she washed her hair. I'd help her wash her hair over the shower. And she just kind of washed with washcloths and wore plenty of deodorant. That's what she did.
God, dude. That's just sad.
This is also around the time my mom and Amberlynn start getting into a lot of spat.
And this is nowhere near her largest size. Mind you. She claims it's so easy.
About stuff. They started arguing quite a bit.
Now, there were a surprising number of you that did not know about the K-Cup holder incident. So that's where this is where that comes from. Sorry.
Amberlynn's she's very set in her way or no way kind of deal. I don't know.
That's infuriating. It's like dealing with a child.
She doesn't care. Like, if she disrespects you, basically. Like,
I'm
she
sure.
really just does not care to have respect. Like, we were at my mom's house living with her, and she still was, like, I don't know, if it had been the other way around, I was not going to try to argue with her mom, like, it was like a respecting your elders kind of thing. Even though you're not a child, you should...
Well, that, I guess, sure. But also, you're in her home. Like, huh? You think you're doing her the favor by being there?
Still respect your elders. And my mom was also very stubborn and very argumentative as well, so it was a lot. When she started doing the mukbangs, when my mom was around...
Listen, your mom has a right to be however she wants in her own home, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of the issues wouldn't have been as terrible if Amber just knew how to shut up.
Mom really just didn't understand it, and I think they got into spats about it sometimes. So I think that's why she ended up only doing it basically when she was home alone, or if it was just me and her or whatever. She says at some point that we're going to take the cats to the vet, and that we've taken Wasabi to the vet. I never took these cats to the vet. Wasabi came with his shots, and with Jax, I think once he was with me and Dana, I went to the feed store and got his shots and just did them myself. Because you could do that. You can still do that, I'm pretty sure. You can get your shots at Tractor Supply if you need to.
I wouldn't trust myself to do it, but go off, I guess, if it's safe.
We did end up taking them to the vet. It was after me and her broke up, because I remember me and Dana were together when we did it. So, the whole time we were together, we did not go to the vet.
Jesus. That's terrible. Terrible. How are you not seeing a vet within the first few days of getting an animal? Huh? Or like knowing you're going to be taking care of this animal? Nah. Going to the vet.
I know she said that we did, and I didn't realize she was telling people that, so... You guys kept saying that she had diabetic sores. I don't know. They were mosquito bites. I had.
Well, yeah, but they turned into, sores and open wounds looking like gunshots.
Scars all over my legs from mosquito bites. Amberlynn didn't want to get a real job. She only wanted to do YouTube.
Well, obviously. Even to this day, she says, "You guys, I could work. I could, hypothetically."
I don't know, we just kind of went back and forth on it a lot, and then she really ended up liking the job that we were going to have, so she ended up taking it, obviously. We also see her vlogging the car a lot without me being in there. It's because we would go to, it didn't matter if it was Walmart, whatever store we were at. If when we were done shopping and we were deciding to leave, it was me at the checkout with everything, and her going to the car and sitting and waiting.
God. Listen, I understand if it's painful for you, dude, but do you not think about the other people around you? Probably not.
That's just how it was. So that is January to...
Because the thing is, I feel like most people would be so freaking understanding of her issues if she was just honest and open and caring about the people around her. Because, like, it's obvious she shows zero remorse that her lifestyle is so bad it also impacts those around her. And I don't know if she should feel that remorse, but like it just shows a lack of want to change, I think. She's happy the way she is.
And then I also noticed that she showed my butt crack a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot, dude.
I don't know why it is, but I have a long butt crack. I try to keep it maintained, but sometimes it's out.
Maintained? What the fuck?
And I try my best to keep it covered up, but it happens.
Your mom called it out, though. The one time that she came to visit y'all, she called it out saying she has the camera on you. Amber didn't seem to like that too much.
She didn't have no reason to be posting my butt crack on YouTube.
Very that. Are you in your underwear? Are you on the toilet? Are you in the shower? Yeah.
As far as I know, because Amber Lynn, starts talking about her childhood a lot right here. As far as I know, I don't know if she lied about anything that happened in her childhood. I don't know why she would lie about that kind of stuff.
Why would she lie about half the shit she lied about, though, Destiny? Like, be so for real. I feel like Destiny's still a little naive to how monstrous Amber is. You know? And I don't fault Destiny, I guess, for not having, like, every little bit of information that reaction channels or their audiences have. You know, we spend a lot of our time consuming media or dissecting stuff about this girl, but Destiny lived it. She doesn't need to go watching extra people, this or that. So I understand if, like, she kind of still has that almost, well, how bad could she really be mentality. Plus, Destiny has her faults, sure, but I still don't think anywhere near as bad as Amber.
But, you don't know. And then
Amber's a violent, nasty, just monster, honestly.
I feel like that's a lot of her problems. Like, my mom tells her this at one point. She's like, you focus too much on the past. You blame the past for everything that's happening to you now. And you're not moving on from it. I feel like that's still a big part of what's going on with her now. Like, she's still focused on what all has happened in the past, and she's not moving forward. And, hopefully she stops moving forward.
Stops? She got start to get there. I think she said starts, but...
We were starting to get really excited about our job. It was contracted with the government. It started at, like, I think $15.25 or something like that an hour.
Ow. She's making it sound like big bucks.
And it was really just data entry, but it was for the beat.
To be fair, 2016, I guess, $15. Yeah. For Kentucky, that probably was a lot.
Hey, we literally just were on a computer all day naming documents for the VA. And it was a really nice job. It was freaking easy. But everyone that worked there for long enough, they worked you to death, was what it was. And as easy as the job was, you were just working constantly, day in and day out. And I feel like that's why so many people ended up getting fired from there or quitting. It is what it is. I was there for almost 2 years.
That's a cute little doggy.
Yeah, like a year and a half. Talking about Walmart again. I swear she was just addicted to Walmart. I don't understand what it is. I don't think that she goes to Walmart like that anymore.
Oh, I don't think she can physically stand to, dude. Plus, I don't think she has the caretaker to do it, and she'll just pay whoever on Uber Eats or DoorDash.
I feel like when she moved to Lexington, I feel like she was just ready to go anywhere. I think mostly Target. But
Go figure.
oh, I just can't stand to go to Walmart half the time now.
Imagine being traumatized by how often you had to go with one of your exes. Oh my god.
I would rather, like I've said before in a video, just get my groceries delivered, or I go to the Walmart neighborhood market when I need groceries. Like, I try not to go to Walmart very often. It's just a lot of work and a lot of people and overwhelming.
No, I hear you there.
We had gone to Goodwill and I got some random stuff. I got a K-cup holder that spun around. Just remember the K-cup holder, because that
foreshadowing.
come back in a couple weeks from this point. And then this is where it kind of goes blank for a little while, like in the videos. Like she states that it's because she changes as a person. This is also when we're saying that we're moving out. Like, it's like we're starting work and then boom, the next video is like, we're moving out, we're still here, you know, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, it happened very fast.
We got very behind on vlogs, and like I said, she deleted the ones that she had filmed around this time. I don't know why she did that. I don't know what it was. But this is when a lot of drama happened between her and my mom. Now, when I said that they got into spats a lot before, I'm meaning like it could have been just anything.
God, dude, the lost files. There actually are some lost files out there. Damn. Imagine what it had to be to get Amber to delete them. I don't know. I find that very interesting.
It was just little stuff a lot of the time. Or, you know, I don't know. It was just...
Well, I believe it. It seems like Amber is definitely the type to cause a huge fuss over the littlest shit.
Random stuff. I can't really pinpoint a lot of what it was, but it would be something small, and between my mom being argumentative and Amber Lynn being argumentative, it would become a thing. But, I want to say like a week or two into training at our job. So we weren't like working our actual hours that we'd be working. I think we were working like 3 to 11. I think it was like the second week, honestly. We were sitting at the kitchen table, getting ready to leave for work, like packing my lunch, whatever, just sitting on the kitchen table talking. And I think I asked Amber Lynn how she likes the job so far and how, you know, easy it is and all that.
Imagine being Amber and having to go to work after getting your ass whooped.
And she starts saying that she likes it, that it is easy, but she wanted to focus more on YouTube. And she was like, by the time training's over...
See, that's all bullshit, because when she was given more time to focus on YouTube, that's not what she did.
I decided I don't want to do it. I just won't start the actual job. And I don't know what came over my mom after this, but my mom came in there and started just saying, you know, like, she said something along the lines of, you don't need to stay at home all day and YouTube. It's not going to be good for you trying to lose weight. And I guess...
I mean, it's true.
Amber Lynn got offended about, you know, weight loss and all that. It's a never-ending thing with her on that. And...
Go figure.
Amber Lynn started saying that she likes the job, but she likes...
Because it's always... I'm so gross, I'm so big, I want to lose weight, I'm in so much pain, until you say that, and then it's, well, why can't I just be beautiful at the size I am? I don't know, Amber, why can't ya?
She likes YouTube better, and then she was debating on stopping, and I don't know, her and my mom started arguing back and forth, and my mom ended up getting physical with Amber Lynn. That's where the K-cup holder comes back.
See, I want to know the full extent to this, because Destiny will say that she was having a major panic attack, like hiding under the table while most of this was happening. So I wonder really what led to it all. I'm not saying that Amber deserved it, of course not. Doesn't make it not funny.
I think they're kind of slapping around at each other, and my mom, that K-cup holder was sitting on the stairs.
See, so someone initiated physical... What the fuck am I saying? Physicality? I don't know. Physical assault?
For us to take upstairs, or whatever. My mom came back with it and hit her over the head with it. It was...
That's crazy.
It was very traumatizing for me.
I'm sorry, the laughing to... It was very traumatizing.
Honestly, it was. I was freaking out. It was really rough for me. We ended up not going to training that day, which was, it was awful. I don't, you know, like, that was the first time I ever had a panic attack. And after that, that's when I started, like, kind of experiencing anxiety. Before that, I had some anxiety here and there. And I'd only really get triggered when, like, I don't know, there was fights going on around me, like, physical fights. It was never, like, people arguing. Like, I kind of got my anxiety going a little bit, but that was the only time I ever had anxiety, is when people were physically fighting, like at school and stuff. If someone got a physical fight, I don't know, I had to walk away or I was going to start freaking out.
Interesting.
I had, like I said, my first panic.
I was pissed because growing up, and even later in college, not that like any physical fights happen in college, not really, but any like altercation, I was never in school for it. Pissed me off. I was like, I wanted to see at least like one.
I have a PTSD flashback. I'm not going to get into my PTSD about all that right now, because that would take too long, and I'll save it for another time. I promise I'll explain that to y'all.
Did she ever explain that? I'm blanking.
But that, like I said, first anxiety attack, and it was scary. I just remember seeing everything happen and then being on the floor.
And Amber starts talking about anxiety.
And just screaming, and then I kind of black out, but they said I wouldn't let either of them get near me. I was like under the kitchen table just screaming, and I wasn't letting anyone touch me. I don't know. And when I kind of came to, I was so tired, and like I said, we couldn't go to work that day.
Oh, they didn't go to work. Damn. Damn. What a way to start a day. Holy fuck.
So that's when we decided to get an apartment.
Yeah, you kind of had no choice.
Just for the sake of everyone being under the same roof. We get out of training and we start working 5 to 3:30 in the morning. Oh my god, that was awful. 5 p.m. to 3:30 a.m., that was awful.
Yeah, that sounds it.
Amberlyn also started having a lot of anxiety at this point too. I mean, it is what it is. And then right when we moved into our
magically.
apartment, I was in all the drama with her ex and the situation that they had started, and I know that she...
Okay, she's talking about Casey and Amber making a video claiming that Casey sexually assaulted her, and then Casey made the comeback video saying, no, actually, flipped the script. It's her doing all that shit. It was a mess.
Quit filming for a little while there too, and I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. I don't know. You know, like I just know what she has told everybody else. So I mean, I don't know. And
I think it's very telling, though, that you cannot definitively say that this person you dated, that you can't say without a sliver of a doubt that she is not that type of person. That says a lot, even though Destiny isn't saying much. It says quite a bit.
the person, her ex, the evidence video that they posted, I didn't know that she was messaging them. Plain and simple. I did not know that till she posted that video.
Well, of course you wouldn't. She wouldn't tell you that.
So, I don't know. Everyone started to become really popular at work. Like, she just was... Everyone talked to her. Like, we would all spend way too much time in the bathroom talking because you can't talk sitting in the rooms where we were working. And a lot of times we would just goof off in the bathroom. Everyone would be talking in there. And everyone just started to get really popular.
I just can't fucking imagine this, dude. What? But then no one would be hanging out with her. So, like, huh?
Then we get into October, and everyone starts talking about buying me a new car. I liked my car at the time. I didn't really see a reason to get a new one, but we...
Well, it's because she needed something to hold over your head, A. And B, she was probably wearing down that fucking passenger side, dude. Oh my god. Mama Lynn's scared about her car getting dinged in a parking lot. Just wait until you see the damage your daughter's doing to it.
talked about it because, you know, it was a little car. It would have been nice to have a bigger car. And a lot of the issues, this is going to sound really bad, a lot of the issues I had with the car was driving Amber Lynn everywhere.
Yeah, I bet.
She was bigger. That car was so small. And...
Dude, we saw it. We saw it. Her gun nearly hit the fucking Prindle.
just, I don't know, when my stepdad looked over my car, you know, he said one of the shock on the side that she sat on was so worn down, and I needed a new one, and the one on my side was fine.
That's just crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Like, come on. Come on. Is Amber going to say, oh, the shock pad is fat-phobic?
So he said, clearly it's the weight shifting in the car, and I had to get new tires. It was the tires.
Jesus.
It wasn't her fault. I needed new tires anyway. Like, all four of them were done. So I got new tires, got a shock fix. And
nope, it's her fault. It's her fault.
The crack in my radiator. I literally went to AutoZone. Like, it was a 2000 Honda Civic. Went to AutoZone, got a new radiator for like $50, and my stepdad put it in for me. Also around this time, we actually, like I said,
I drove around with a cracked radiator on my frickin' Camry for like years. Please.
she becomes popular at work. We go to the truck stop to eat after work, and it's a bunch of people, but Dana is one of those people because that's when we became friends.
Interesting. We never saw that.
Was around this time, like just friends, nothing more. We were doing, what was it? I think it was something where you wear headphones and you say something, you try to get the person to say what you're saying, something like that. I don't remember. It was something
Playing that out in public seems like a nuisance, but okay.
about, I think lips
On brand for y'all.
are red. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I say that to Dana, and Evelyn gets offended. She goes off right there in front of everybody, does not care, and it was really embarrassing. And I was like,
Jeez. So she probably spoiled that popularity pretty quickly by showing her crazy, of course.
"Why are you doing this right now?" You know, like I was not trying. Why would I try to be that way in front of you? Why would I try to be that way at all? Like I wasn't meaning anything by it. I just had Googled some of the stuff to say, and I was saying on the list. I wasn't specifically saying something to her, and it's a big thing, and it was that. So,
Jesus.
the 20-piece McNugget thing. She came back in a video and said that she had not eaten, or I came back and said she didn't eat a 20-piece nugget. She had me say that. She did eat a 20-piece nugget.
That's so petty, but I'm glad we clarified it.
She really did. I don't know why she had me say that.
Well, of course she did.
This is also around the time she starts to talk about wanting to quit the job because she wants to pursue more YouTube. And they were also like, we started out in this one building for work, and they were building us a new building, like redoing the inside of one for us to be at, and it was bigger and nicer. And it was getting close to being time to move to the new building. And
Yeah, it was like right before.
I don't know, she was really nervous about the new building for some reason, and I was really
More walking.
tired of her complaining about everything with the job, and she was trying to call out a lot. And then this is also around the time things started to get really tense for us. I know at this point, I know I said I was secretly talking to my ex. I was not talking to her at this point. I talked to her here and there. I did not talk to her like the whole time we were together. Just when things were getting really bad between me and Amberlyn.
Interesting. Weren't things really bad with your ex, though? Or is this a different ex? I don't know. Destiny, she has a long history, too.
Amberlyn got super emotional about comments and hate on her YouTube. And I told her not to read it if it was going to bother her or let it get to her. She kept turning the comments off on her videos. And I said, I know it's better said than done to not read it and not let it get to you, but if you wanted this to be your career, you need to find a way to get over it, basically.
Yeah, very that. And look, to this day, she still can't not listen.
I didn't become good friends with Dana, like actually like texting or talking to her till November. And I want to say like we would text a couple times here and there, and then she kind of just quit talking to me and quit responding to me. But I know towards the end of November, she showed me a laundromat, and I went there with her and her mom and her best friend just to see what that laundromat was like. But it was like right after that is when we quit talking, really. She
Interesting.
like ignored me till me and Evelyn broke up, literally.
Oh?
I wasn't like blowing her phone up or anything, but I just thought it was weird that she just quit having contact with me. But she did have a boyfriend, so maybe that was it. I don't know.
Okay, it could be. I believe Dana is marrying a man now.
We had gotten to a big fight at some point, and I don't know what we were arguing about, but then I think either my mom or my mammy called me about going over there because my mammy was going to my mom's, and she was like, hey, we're going to cook. You guys should come over. And I was like, heck yeah. You know, like I was ready to go. I hadn't seen my mom in a little while. I was ready to go over there and eat some good dinner and what have you. Well, Amberlyn didn't want to go, and I said, that's fine. You don't have to go. Because, I mean, like I said, all that drama from before with her and my mom, they were just tense. But she didn't want me to go. And I was
go figure.
like, okay, well, it's been a little while since I've been over there. Just, you know, I'm going to go over there. And
Oh, this is Code Red.
she was just like throwing a big, just fit. I don't know how else to describe it. She was crying.
Bitch fit.
And I know it was a Code Red Mountain Dew in my hand. She will swear to you that this didn't happen. I've talked to her about it before. She swears it didn't happen. So I don't know
Well, of course. She has such terrible memory, you guys.
why she thinks that, but why would I make this up?
I mean, very that.
I was trying to walk out of the house, and I know I had this Code Red Mountain Dew in my hand, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. So, and because we were already arguing, I was like, I don't want to be around you anyway right now. Like, we were arguing. I wanted to go see my mom. She starts screaming at me from the sliding glass doorway, saying that she's gonna harm herself.
See, I always have felt it like in my bones that Amberlynn was that type of person. Just saying. But this is basically when we got full confirmation.
If I leave and I don't know, just all this stuff, just going nuts. And then I was like, no, you won't. I said, that's not something to play around with. Just let me go see my mom. And she starts like coming at me, like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Dude, I'm telling you, you were not dealing with Amber. That was George, okay? Yo, not the Jekyll and Hyde character that we've kind of created now. That was George, okay? That was no Amber. You had the full force of George Reed on your hands there.
So I get in my car, I leave the can on my top of my car, and I close the door real quick and I lock the door, and she's like telling me to get out, all this stuff, and she ends up throwing the can at my car. Made me mad.
Oh yeah, we're fighting. You square up, crazy bitch.
And I want to say I ended up not going. I don't think I did. I'm like 98% sure I did not go to my mom's. I ended up just going back inside and dealing with her.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And then, I don't know if that's the fight that might have caused it, but right after that, we also got...
Honestly, lock the door, sit in the car, just call the cops.
an argument, and that's when she let me open a present, and it turned into opening all those presents.
It's better to have... Listen, while the police might not be able to do a heck of a lot, they can probably tame the situation down a bit, maybe. And there will at least be a record, okay? At least there is a record with her name on it as the aggressor.
Now we're going into December, which is good because this video is getting long. Things at this point really are starting to get super rocky with us. She starts Vlogmas, and I gave her gifts way before Christmas.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she fucking demanded it.
I also started planning.
Oh, but then she had the audacity to come on being like, guys, we're not really, like, doing presents for each other, blah, blah, blah. We're just gonna get all this stuff, open it a month early, and then, oh yeah, but Christmas, we're not really doing anything. She did it all a month before, dipshit.
She thought it was going to be a Friendsmas. So just like a friend's Christmas.
Wait. Yes, what happened with this?
Together Christmas party. But really, I was planning a surprise party.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Fucking A. Never mind.
For her. And we were arguing so bad about something. She was trying to say that I was being secretive and that I was keeping stuff from her and all this. And we were arguing, and I was like, fine, you want to know what I'm being secretive about? I was planning you a surprise birthday party. And now you know about it. I was going to do it when we have the Friendsmas thing, and you weren't going to know. And she was like, oh my god, that's the sweetest thing, and And I was just like, well, you're not going to be surprised now. And she said, don't cancel it. We'll still do it. I'll act surprised. And
you could see in the video clips of her, it seemed like her not knowing it was actually a surprise actually ruined it. Like, she still just wasn't grateful.
She shows the party and what have you.
That's right, we did see that. Never mind. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of something. They bought a shit ton of food, and then, like, no one touched it. It might have been that. It might have been that. Because I believe it was shortly after they broke up. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm tripping. The last few weeks have just been so foggy with everything going on with fucking Foodie. Oh my Christ. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning on in. I truly do appreciate y'all. Once again, I hope everyone's staying cool out there. I don't know when this heat is supposed to break, but it better be soon. I'm over it. Thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe. Become a... I hope everyone has a beautiful, wonderful day once again. Also remember, subscribe to Irked content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.